A ready guide was pressed into my palm. Before my hand could choose a road, a name for doubt, a rule for leaving, a sentence waiting past the border. Do not ask too far, do not look too long, do not let the question learn its own name. I learned the posture before the reason, the answer before the test. Fear fed fear until repetition felt like conscience in my chest. Every door beyond the doctrine had a warning carved above. Leave the shelter, lose the family, leave the faith, betray their love. Old hellfire flashed behind my ribs long after words had lost their claim. I watched another birthday vanish while I practiced being tame. Time was never waiting with me, fear was spending it at will. Silence chosen out of terror is a choice to remain still. Refusing to decide is still deciding. If fear is thinking in my place, then fear is claim the final say. One mind, one mortal span, no second life to give away. I choose the life no master owns. I choose the mind that may revise. No threat can make a falsehood true. No fear can make a question lie. If a changed mind earns the grave, the threat condemns the chain. Not me, they said the world beyond was death. I crossed the line and learned to breathe. I crossed the line, and life began. I read the pages I was warned from, not an enemy's convenient line. Text by text and claim by claim, I gave the argument its time. I followed ruling into source and found the sentence underneath. Change your judgment, lose your standing, leave and speak, forfeit your breath. My mother wept as though I'd vanished. Someone said my name was dead. The old fear struck before the reason, then reason answered in its stead. If disagreement ends in killing, the blade cannot complete the case. Force can silence contradiction, it cannot reason in its place. At noon I raised a glass of water, sunlight warm across my hand. I drank, my shoulders slowly settled. No voice came down, no lightning answered. Water, window, breath, no strike. The fear did not evaporate, it simply lost the right to rule. I chose a book whose questions caught me. I followed where the pages led. Music crossed an open window, I heard it simply as a song. I broke bread with minds that differed, laughed, disagreed and stayed. I marked 10 years across a calendar, plans no warning could erase. Work was work, the rain was weather, morning needed no command. What they named the world forbidden was the world beneath my hands. I had spent years waiting to live, now the hours were mine to spend. Not alone and not obedient, self-directed among friends. Freedom does not make me flawless, reality will not bend for me. I can misread, I can revise, an honest mind must remain free. Error met with reason is human, error guarded by a blade is something else. My years are brief, my sight is partial. Death will find me soon enough, so I will spend this finite life on what I judge and know and love. I can join without surrender, hear another and reply. Neither master, neither servant, neither mind required to lie. And if tomorrow proves me wrong, I will change again. began. Call it exile, call it error, call it apostasy. I was breathing before I left, but this was the first breath that belonged to me.